This version of the map has two geysers on it. So in the previous video we saw this geyser spewing fire every second turn. Now let's see what this geyser spews. And it's oil. And it spews it on every turn. I did that because I wanted to saturate the area around the geyser with oil. So I can show more easily what happens when one of those tiles catches fire. And as we can see here, the entire tile cluster catches fire in one turn. And then it spreads more gradually due to new oil and vegetation being added. Let's see if we can do that again. So saturate the, there we go, saturate the area, and then one of the tiles catches fire, and boom, the entire tile cluster is set alight. So how does it work? So if we go back to the logic to evolve the environment, there's two changes really. One is we have a burn oil function, which isn't that interesting because all it does is it removes oil from a tile that's burning. What's more interesting is that we have now split the logic to spread fire across tiles. So this was the version we had before, where we spread it gradually, and all we did here is that we added oil to the logic that determines whether the tile is flammable. So that's now in addition to vegetation. Now this version here, the highly flammable version, is what's unique to oily tiles. And the way that works is that now instead of spreading fire gradually but just looking at the neighbors, we identify the entire tile cluster. So we start from the tile that's burning and has oil on it, and we find its neighbors that also have oil on it, and then we find their neighbors that have oil on it, and so continue in a loop until the entire tile cluster of oily tiles is identified. And then we set fire to all of them at once. And that is how we produce this kind of effect.